Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Let's continue on with these layoffs. Y'all already know what's going on in the economy. Layoffs left and right and left, or as they like to call it, restructuring. They're restructuring their framework. The system is completely changing, y'all. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, here we go. 12 years in local news, 8 of those in leadership, and in a matter of minutes, my role is eliminated. I'm not upset, y'all. I'm not upset. In fact, I'm excited. Wait, why does it feel so dirty to say that? I feel wrong to say that. This isn't the end of a role. Yes, it's the end of that chapter in my life, the end of that career, but it's also time for a really exciting experiment, because for the next 6 months, I am going all in on me. I am going to continue building my daughter's brand by Mia Skin Salvation. I'm also going to continue building the brand I started with my partner, True Brad Media and Marketing. And I'm going to build a dog walking company for my son. I'm going to do it by myself, me and AI. I would be lying if I said, like, I'm not a little bit nervous about not having a job, corporate benefits, having just a structured schedule every day, knowing that I don't have anybody to get up for but myself. That scares me a little bit, because I do question, like, will I get up when I'm supposed to? Leah, you cannot stay up all night and watch Netflix. You have got to work for yourself tomorrow. So there's nobody to hold me accountable but me. I want to know, can I build multiple 6-figure businesses from scratch by myself? So yeah, I'm inviting you along on the journey. For the next 6 months, I'll be kind of looking for a job, but going all in on these businesses. And I want to show you what that looks like behind the scenes. I will do video diaries in my stories and create a highlight that you can follow along with, starting with the emotions that I feel as my more than a decade career comes to an end. So make sure that you follow along, and it's up. Let's go. Let's see what I can do, y'all. If you have faith in me and you think I can do this, let me know in the comments, because your girl is a little nervous, excited, but nervous. Can't wait to go on this journey with you.
The quickest way to spot that your employer might not be doing good business-wise, or a layoff or something like that coming, if 2 or more people, like in leadership or like managerial positions, just all of a sudden leave, oh baby, you might want to start making your exit strategy, because yeah, if you know, you know.
You got to pay attention to the signs, right? That is a true point right there. You got to be like, wait a minute, something is not right. It's time for me to take my eggs out of one basket and put them in another one if I can, right? You know that saying, never put your eggs in one basket. That's a real statement, and it's realer than ever right now. You can't bank on one thing anymore, meaning one job. You got to kind of be eyeing another one as you work in the one you're already in. Like, okay, if this one go bad, then I got something on the back burner. I got a backup plan. You got to have a plan B. You know how they say go all in on your plan A? You also want to have a plan B through Z too.
So it's been a week now since I've been laid off from my almost 10-year corporate job. I will say, yes, it's been sad and all of these emotions. Something that I did not expect. It's funny how we always bitch and complain about work. And, oh, I wish I could just lay in bed and read my book. And maybe it's because things are so fresh, but I have found it incredibly hard to relax. But I have not had a good sleep in a whole week. I have not been able to shut my brain off at night. I toss and I turn, I lay wide awake, can't sleep, and I can't stop thinking about what's gonna happen. But my body has just been on this autopilot mode for so long, like 10 years of having like the same routine, that I don't know how to chill out right now. I wake up at like 6 a.m. in the morning automatically, even though I've slept only like 5 hours or 4 hours even. I'm like checking my Aura Ring stats on my app, and I have had really bad sleep and I can't relax. My body in the morning is like, oh, time to get up, time to go to work, and I honestly feel so tired. Like this last week, I haven't felt this tired in a long time, and I'm not doing.
Woo, I lost my job, it's all good. This past like 5 days since I've been fired, there's been extreme negativity, depression, like I feel unproductive, like dude, you're just a loser now, like you're a bum. Part of me is having like an intense freak out because I was definitely making good money there. I'm not that hyped, I'm not that excited, I'm not like, woo, I lost my job, it's all good. I just gotta move on from that point and embrace this new opportunity. And you gotta kind of like push these thoughts out. To be honest, I didn't even want to make a video today. I didn't want to do it, but this is me forcing myself to go back into it and being like, nah man, you gotta keep going. You can't just sit there and give up and let the momentum go away. You gotta actually push forward. And honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I know for sure one thing, that I'm gonna get a part-time job and go from there. Crying and being like, you know, wham, but it's very different. It's very different, and I'm just gonna have to figure it out. It's gonna be a learning experience. But the thing is, I like doing this. I've done it for 12 years. I do have a lot of experience doing it. So I know one thing in life, even if you're not confident, you gotta act confident and you have to just dive in. So I don't wanna make this video too long. I don't know how long it is already because we're gonna roll the grandma clip. But I just wanna say again, thank you guys, and we're just gonna keep moving forward.
Do it tired, do it scared, do it unmotivated. You just gotta do it. You gotta commit to the process. He said he didn't even want to do that video, but he had to. You might be tired of putting in applications, but you gotta keep going. You might be tired of the unknown, but you can't worry about it. Everything will work out how it's supposed to work out. Life goes according to plan, the plan of the Most High. All we can do is react to it. Know that everything happens for a reason. And I've said this before, and people said, well, no, some things just happen randomly. No, it's still the will of the Most High. When I'm at my lowest points, I always say, this is for a reason. I'm supposed to be here. You have to know that. Where you are right now, you're supposed to be. It could be so you could learn a lesson. It could be to humble you. It could be for greater to come later. Your low points build character. They build that tough skin. All we can do is react to the things we're going through and get through the things we're going through by going through them. You got to go through it to get through it. There's a lot of bad in the world right now, but the good is on the other side. If you just keep pushing through, you might not know when, but you just got to keep going. You can't look back. If you look back, you'll never go forward. You got to move forward without looking back.
So we just did layoffs this week. I just want to say that if you were affected by layoffs by my company or by any other company ever, my opinion is that you will be in a much better spot. I have never met somebody who got laid off that was not happier, made more money, or in a better place in the end. Let me know in the comments if you thought that you had hit rock bottom, but then it took a turn and it was really the best thing that ever happened for you. Let's help make these people feel a little better.
So I had an epiphany about this job market and millennials. Millennials my age, early 30s, we grew up with parents who stay at one job or just a couple jobs for a long period of time. Or at least if you like me. My mom worked the same job for 20 years. My granddad just retired from a job, forcefully I might add, that he worked in for over 50 years. Nowadays, the job security is not even allowing you to finish or to even be vetted in to get your 401k benefits. These jobs will literally hire you, scout you out from one job, ask you to come to your job, and quite literally lay you off within a few months. I've seen it happen. These jobs will literally get you in, tell you you're doing great, blase, blase, and like a year later, they're laying you off. No explanation. And it's almost like when you get on your feet, when you feel comfortable, then next thing you know, something happens. And I've been laid off 3 times since being in marketing, since being in this working world. And it's honestly, I even sense another layoff coming or something happening. And I'm coming to the conclusion that it's really just not a reflection of me. It's not a reflection of me being like a failure and not being able to keep a job. It's the reflection of the world and how things have been evolving. And these economic times, these political times are strongly influencing this job market. Another thing, you cannot be afraid to pivot. I was originally actually supposed to be going to school to get my PhD in psychology. However, I had to take a pause because I could not get my Grad Plus loan, ran out of financial aid. So I was like, oh, I'm going to enroll in the fall. But I'm glad that God put a pause to that, because after seeing my actual degree, or seeing my payment for, student loans, I was just like, I can't get a degree out of passion anymore. I have to get a degree if I do go back, and I am, in something that's actually going to have a return on investment. And I mean, like, guaranteed return on investment. Like, I can't play with my life and be okay with, going back to school for passion. And, being a doctor is great. Doing maternal mental health research is great. However, I still have to provide for 2 little girls, and I have to do it in a way that's very strategic, and especially as a single mom, and strategic in a way where I actually have some type of job security. I am starting my journey to going to nursing school, to become a psychiatric nurse, so I can still be able to have my private practice, still be able to practice mental health counseling, because I'm going to still pass my NCE. But I'm also going to have that avenue of being able to have that stability outside of clients, outside of the economy. And that's just like the way that we have to think right now. And as y'all know, I also own a business, and I think, like, in this time, you have to come up with multiple ways to make income. It cannot just be a 9-to-5, because a 9-to-5 is literally just over broke. Like, you are one decision away from somebody cutting off your entire livelihood if you do not have multiple ways to make to make money. If I got laid off, and I'm already kind of planning, like, mentally, if I got laid off, I'm going to go start cleaning houses. Like, real talk. I think last time I was laid off, I was a little too prideful. I will start cleaning houses. No lie. I will start figuring out a way to get money quickly. Not outside of DoorDash, outside of Instacart. But I mean, like, figuring shit out, because there's too many ways to make money outside of a 9-to-5. And in this economy, you have to already be kind of figuring out how to do these things proactively.
At one point, nothing could stop BET because they were all the way up.
I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me.
But now they might be coming all the way down, as we're finding out they are doing another round of massive layoffs, and not many people are talking about it, but we're gonna get into this TV news. The CEO of BET, who is named Scott Mills,
it's an honor to be here,
just held an employee meeting and let a lot of employees know that their jobs are being cut again as a part of Paramount's massive purge. Now, this news comes after they already went through this just last year with a 3.5% workforce cut plus a 15% downsizing. Instead of rebuilding BET networks, what Paramount is doing is actually condensing them and absorbing some of their departments, like legal, finance, those departments. But the content is definitely staying, and the rest is all going to be consolidated. Now, if you can remember, Tyler Perry actually almost purchased the BET networks.
A BET Plus. I got it right here. It has thousands of hours of black content. On my favorite black people show. All your favorite TV shows, your favorite movies.
And now the BET franchise is starting to look more like a brand on paper than a platform for our culture.
What's fundamentally different is the way that people, in addition to the African American community, are responding.
And in my opinion, BET deserves way more than this, as it's been a part of our culture for a while. And if you're in media, this is your sign to pay very close attention to what happens over the next few months.
Whoever thought BET would be struggling? We all grew up on BET. They were perceived to be very successful. We all probably wanted to be on there one day. I remember 106 in Park. I wanted to be on there one day. We all grew up watching and loving BET, but now they're declining as well. Their workforce is going through consolidation. The channels are staying, they said, because that's their bread and butter. But as far as employees, a lot of different roles will be cut. There will be downsizing. We're going to see a tremendous reduction in their workforce. BET, Disney, everything on the chopping block. When I say no job is safe, even the big dogs on the chopping block. Microsoft too. It's not just the little ones that are struggling to hold on. It's even the billion-dollar companies that are struggling to maintain in 2025. They're struggling to survive.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I have just been notified that I have been laid off and my last day of work will be next month. Here's the plan, okay? Step 1, don't freak out, okay? I'm not gonna freak out. I'm gonna be a rational, normal adult, okay? I will have medical coverage until August. So right now what I'm doing is scheduling all my doctor's appointments, mammogram, teeth cleaning, eye exam, regular people visit, chiropractor. I'm going to get as much therapy as the Lord allows, okay? I'm going to call my doctor and see if he can get my meds in there and slide them in there for 90 days instead of 30, okay? I got to call all the appropriate people to see if there's a hardship waiver or some sort of I feel bad for you discount on things. I have already done my budgets to find out things that I could cut, things that I can reduce, things that I can go without, okay? So I already have a solid budget. I have a don't freak out, but it's time to freak out budget. And then I have a let's just be real budget. You know what I'm saying? I got several different line items that I could work with. ChatGPT, also known as my children's stepdaddy, help me to get down with my budget, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is to obviously apply for jobs, okay? I'm applying for jobs. I'm well educated. I have a graduate degree. I have almost 20 years of experience. And buku goddamn certifications. I'm a black woman. You know how we do, child. So I am going to start applying for jobs. I'm going to also use my children's stepdaddy to help me to do that. I have already applied for 4 today. I'm also keeping a spreadsheet of what I applied for, when the job description, like a link to the thing and all that. I'm trying to be type A. I'm really not type A. I'm type C. But I'm trying to be type A in this job search. I'm about to also get on that altar. All right, I'm about to holler at my ancestors. Because I'm not going to be able to do this by myself. I'm not going to do it by myself. I can't do it by myself. And then I'm also going to have a brownie. Baby, I stopped at Jimmy John's and got me one of them good-ass brownies. And I'm definitely going to eat that thing with some ice cream. It is 9:37 in the morning. I don't even give a damn, okay? I'm about to eat that brownie. I'm going to eat that whole ass brownie. I'm also probably going to make myself some crawfish fries so I can eat my feelings. I am okay with that. The good things I have going for myself, I have a thriving YouTube channel, okay? It's been monetized for some time now. It ain't no substantial nothing, but, you know, every little bit helps, okay? On my last day, I'm going to apply for unemployment to see how long that takes, because I live in Louisiana, child. They just might tell me to go fuck myself. I don't know, child. I don't know. And then I'm also going to... I'm going to get a drink probably. I don't know. I'm going to really lean into making content because I really enjoy that, and especially because my content is monetized on one platform. I'm really close to getting monetized on this platform. So I'm going to try to work on that. And I'm going to also, you know what I'm saying, watch The Righteous Gemstones. I'm gonna just laugh at some white folks. You know what I'm saying? What can I do? What can I do? I'm out here skating without a stick. So, you know, y'all be cool how y'all be cool. And, you know, send your girl some good vibes in the comments. And, you know, I'll keep y'all posted.
I don't know about hollering at the ancestors, but to each his own. Hopefully, if y'all on this channel, y'all ain't doing that. But how many of y'all have to have a strict strategic well-planned and thought-out budget this year compared to last year? How many people had to downsize this year? How many people had to cut back this year? How many people had to say, I'm not buying this no more because I can't afford it. I no longer will put myself in a bind ever again. And I need to watch what I'm spending. How many people said, I'm eating in instead of eating out this year? How many people said, I'm not going on a vacation this year because I just can't afford it, or it's just not worth it? It's not worth putting that stress on my finances. How many people are sticking with their no spend 2025 plan? Drop it in the comments below.